Like your shirt.
Good morning,
I
everyone.
like the shirt.
First of all, happy Cinco de Mayo. All right. So before I go any further, I would like to give a shout out to the education and justice scholars at ELAC. Today I'm going to share something that I wrote for an event called Narrating Our Stories. I'm not going to share the whole paper I wrote, just a short story. And the title of my paper is East Side Stories. So this is, here we go, this is my truth. All right. One summer day on Duncan Avenue, I and my carnales were playing in our front yard, as innocent children do without any worry. Laughter and joy could be heard in our voices as the warm sun rays kissed my flesh. I swear there were even birds chirping away, serenading us with their lovely songs. Our joy will come to a halt in a blink of an eye and become one of fear. I spotted a black 1957 Chevy pickup truck coming to an abrupt stop, its tires grabbing pavement with force. Smoke filled the air along with the smell of burnt rubber. "Dad," my eldest brother screamed, and we all started to run. We ran away from our father due to fear of being taken away forever. All three of us found ourselves under Grandma's bed, hiding and holding each other, hoping this would end. I heard pounding on the door to our home, fists beating the hardwood violently. The entire house shook with each blow thrust, rattling the foundation and us to our core. Mom sat in the kitchen table with calmness I now recognize as strength and courage. She did that for us, so we wouldn't be afraid. The East Los Angeles Sheriff's Departments arrived in great numbers and force. Upon their arrival, they shouted at my father, ordering him to leave the premises. Dad replied, "I'm not leaving until I see my kids." Flashlights and baton in hand, muscular hands clutching these weapons of choice. My father with two fists, white knuckles showing. I could see his chest rising with each breath he took, veins on his neck and forehead pulsating. Again they shouted, this time they ordered him to get down. My father flung at them with a response full of anger and pain. His fist struck an officer in the face. Groans were heard, dishes crashing and shattering as they hit the ground. Silently, under my breath, I cheered for my father, and even though I didn't hear my brothers, I know without a doubt they did the same. This was the day I came to realize that my father was a bad motherfucker. Excuse my language. Time went on, and Dad continued his attempts to have visits, even though they were a direct violation of a restraining order requested by Mom and granted by the courts. At night, I would hear my father's truck as he peeled out in front of my home, a reminder that he loved me. One night, as Mom tucked me into bed, I recall thinking of Dad. All the tire screeching had come to an end, and I began to wonder if my dad still loved me. Did he forget about me? So, to continue with that, last night I was sitting on my bunk and I have a little something to add to that, all right? At first glance, you may think my father is the hero in this short story. That is not the case. My jefita is the true hero here. As I look back, my jefita was courageous and brave so that I and my brothers would not be afraid. I can only imagine all the emotions that must have ran through her, and yet she found a way to reassure us that everything will be all right. I haven't spoken to my mother in many years. Today, Mom, I would like to say thank you and I'm sorry. Again, as I look back, I can't help but to also think of my wife and all the pain I may have caused her and my children, always believing in me when I didn't even believe in myself. You seen beyond the gang member and through the addict. These two women are sheroes in my life story. Today, I would also like to thank all of the mothers in this building. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your healing. It is an honor. When you sit across from me in my office, I see my mother, wife, and even my daughter in that seat. I learned so much from you, and in doing so, we grow together. I truly appreciate you. So to all the mothers here today in this building, whenever you feel you have no worth, just look down and see them little eyes who look up to you. You mean the world to them. And to me, you are their hero. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you.